This spacebar is really nice. What the f, creamy inks? Okay, Justin, don't ask me, okay? This is what it says on the package that he sent me, all right, guys? So before you guys judge me for what creamy inks are, this is literally what it says. I'm assuming it's creamy housings or creamy stems and ink housings. I think these are JDW's custom blend of switches. Creamy inks. All right, let's take a look at the board. So Justin actually already sent this over built. Look at the moment here, bro. It's a little fingerprinty, but look at that. So that's a DMK Hush, I believe. And thank you guys for the subs, by the way. I have to admit though, man, the aesthetic of this board is really nice. The weight looks good. Like, it's not over the top or anything, but it looks good with the screws there. I don't know, I like it. It's really shiny too. The back's really nice too. It got that circle with a little heart in the middle. I don't know if you guys can really see that too well. You probably can. It's a nice looking board. I think what I really like is obviously the side profile looks great as well with that bit of a curve happening there. It does have a really pretty seam as well. What I really like about this though is I guess the cherry lip on the side instead of the front. So nice. Which is interesting. It gives the board a different shape, which is kind of cool. But I don't know, I think this board here, out of all the boards I've seen, like when I saw this board, this was like a pretty much like in love at first sight kind of case.
Love you, Papa.
This curve or the Sonic curve, I think both curves are a little bit different. It's not pre-built, we're gonna do another build today. But here's how it sounds in this config, and then we'll take it all apart. We're gonna do that first actually. All right, let's see what this sounds like. I gotta admit, it sounds amazing. I've already showed you guys this. I will admit, no offense to JDW, the stabs need some extra love, but we're gonna do that today on the new build. They are a little bit, sounds good. No, it sounds awesome. I know this particular build sounds a bit muted, but I think it's, guys, I honestly think it's these particular switches. It is like, look at this curve over here. I think the moment's one of the prettier builds I've seen in a little bit. I really do. It is very, very nice. Yeah, Roboto, I really like the side profile too. Does this just slip off, or how does this come off here? Okay. Interesting. Insiding has some tooling marks. Obviously, you're not gonna see that though. I'm just seeing interesting the cable channel here with this wrapped up little guy over there. All right. Cam's dead? Okay, I might actually have to, give me 1 sec, guys. People don't realize that like these little gizmos and gadgets for streaming, I don't know, I feel like a lot of them have such a short lifespan. All my cables have died at least one time. Like at least one time each. Yeah, so okay, I didn't make these switches, but from, again, what I understand, they do feel good in hand. These are called creamy ink switches, and they are a Gatoron ink housing with a cream stem. I have to admit, they sound, oh, this one here is busted up. Look what happened to the little leg on this guy. I'll see if I can fix and straighten that. Anyways, they do sound good in hand. Hopefully there's at least one more of these. Is there extras in here, JGW? F. Yeah, can we get Fs, dude? Sag, pretty sad. Oh, I missed one. What kind of creamy? Okay, you know what, 2B? You're being too sus right now, bro. All right. Let's take these off. I think we'll use a different keycap set today too, just to take a look. Also, this is used, obviously, guys, and this is a prototype. So for what it's worth, the finish and everything, like there's gonna be some oddities and like markings and stuff. So just take that with a grain of salt, please. Like, I doubt every single unit's gonna ship with like some of these marks and smudges from the previous build and whatnot. Thank you for sharing this moment. That's cute, bro. That's cute. See these? So this will be the alignment peg. So if you guys are wondering like how it stays in place, that's how that's gonna work. But as for the top, it doesn't look like Justin put any extra gaskets here. But I think that's intentional. I think you might have the option to. Actually, JW, do you know if that's like, do you know if that's the thing, my guy? Is that gonna be like a thing in the final version? I didn't get any additional pour-on gaskets at all. I really like the cable channel here too. The inside's nice, I like this. The moment, JW has a really cool like aesthetic overall with his stuff too. All right, let's put this one here aside. I don't think I'm gonna use this particular set, so I'm just gonna put this to the side for now. Is this? Feels like a palm. I've never seen a PP plate like with this texture. Interesting. Polypropylene? Okay, cool. Very, very cool. All right, let's open this up. It's been a long time since I've built with a PP plate, bro. It feels like it's been forever. All right, and this particular PCB is the Heine one. I think the other PCB was the Wilbatech one, but I do believe, let me actually double check the group buy page. So other options you'll have for plate material are FR4 or a polypropylene. So there's no aluminum choice, interesting. There is a hot swap choice, and there is side blockers, wind keyless, as well as wind key. Some nice little colors though too. At midnight, I'd be interested in seeing what that looks like. Cool. PP should be the most flexible. Yeah, in theory, but like, if there's no room for this to flex, like this has no flex cuts, but the case is compatible with most common 60% PCBs. Oh, okay, that's cool. So it's gonna be a totally different PCB. That's cool. I don't mind that at all. Is the latest PCB gonna have flex cuts? I'd hope that this doesn't have any, because I kind of like having no flex cuts. For the most part, guys, I enjoy mostly every movie I watch. There are some movies that like, yes, I personally can't get through, or like, they're just not for me. But it's been a long time. The only movie that I think I really couldn't sit through, other than some scary movies, probably was Far Cry. That was it. That was probably the only movie that I can possibly remember not being able to stomach or sit through just because it was that bad. This is kind of cute. I like this kind of look. Again, I think this is a really pretty looking case. I really do. Truly, I do think that. I think the easiest way to do this though. Oh no, we can get it through this way. That's smart. Good design on that. This has like those key cult little pegs here on the side. Very nice. Very well designed. Okay, let's screw this guy in. How busy are you with commissions? Are you full-time? I am full-time. I'm gonna say this just because like it's always been like this. Commissions have always been about 3 to 5 weeks. I usually get through things really quickly. It's just right now, prototypes and everyone, I guess, coming into the winter season. It's just been like a lot of new projects. Oddly enough though, I feel like there's too many new projects. I think keyboards have noticed, like we've seen a slowdown after the pandemic. Kind of like, not fell off, oh yeah, fell off. But I think there's too many new projects. Hold on a moment, what is this board? Dark. I don't know if that was on purpose, but that was a really good, dark. I see what you did there. If you didn't know what you did there, it's called the moment. You know, 60s are the one thing that I feel like I can never have enough of because I love 60s that much. Am I stupid? Oh yeah, this one right there. Then leaving the weight on the table. Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. That makes more sense. You're right there. I will admit, I think the Minerva right now, and this is no slight to this keyboard, I don't think this is like a huge deal, but from a building perspective, which I care a lot about, the Minerva has, I think, the most user-friendly JST connector, where it doesn't push in, it doesn't push in like horizontally, it pushes in vertically. So you don't need to like sit there and push it in like this. I think the Minerva's JST connection system, I don't know what exactly the technical terms are for those things, probably the best so far. I guess we can kind of flip it over and just adjust it this way too. Is it not sitting nicely? Okay, let's do this again this way here. Ooh, a moment? Man, what a day. Alex building a moment. I got my shipping notification from my angle. Hey, yo. Seems like a lot of people are getting those shipping notices for angles now. I feel like this would be way easier if my small brain just turned the whole thing over like this. And then we did this. Way easier. This is always the tough part about doing things like this. I could tape it down. Did you keep reusing the same bag when you bag loop your springs? Not always. I don't always use the same bag. But at one point I kind of was, I guess. Yeah, I think honestly, the better thing to use is Tupperware. Because with the bag, you kind of have to like blow the bag up a little bit. And now I have this, which I stick in and then seal quickly. But I don't know, like putting your mouth on it and stuff just feels weird to me. So if I get a commission, can I request mouth blowing? Huh? What am I doing? Huh? Is it time for Striker? Should we do Striker on this? Okay, let me get the Shelby and we'll switch it all over. I have not been a blue guy in quite some time. Goodbye keycaps on the Shelby. Put you back later. PBT Taro? No, we'll do Striker today. I think Striker would look pretty sweet on this. Let's see what Striker looks like. Not a blue guy, okay, I'm out. Blue keyboard guy. I like blue keycaps, but keyboard color. Oh, these switches sound so much better. Don't get me wrong, I like those other ones, but they just seemed really, really muted. So these are using these creamy ink switches. This keyboard actually has like a surprising amount of flex. I don't think it's in part due to the PP plate. I don't think so, because the PCB's there too. All right, let's see what this sounds like. This is the Moment. Very pretty keyboard. You can see that nice little taper up as well. It's thicker on the bottom and thinner on the top. I think the whole keyboard's extremely pretty. It's a very, very nice looking keyboard. Like overall, I do have to admit, it is quite sexy from all angles. Here we go, guys. The spacebar is really nice. Chatting fake words. Actually, I just keep writing I love you chat over and over and over again. The spacebar is really nice on this, but it was really nice on the other one too. I do like the louder, even though we're using a PP plate, I do like the louder alphas in this particular one. It's very soft to type on. I do have to admit, the Moment's really nice. I think the aesthetics and the sound of this, there's really nothing wrong with this keyboard. Like, again, aesthetic wise, this is so pretty. Like, bro, that's so nice looking. I think this keyboard here, honestly, like if there was one recently, the January was also like kind of like to me a no-brainer as well. But I think if you're in the market for a 60 and you know, this is a little bit expensive, in comparison to other keyboards. If you guys want a cheaper keyboard, nothing wrong with it being expensive. There's things like that Hex keyboard that we did recently. I think this is such a good keyboard though. I'm a sucker for the aesthetics of the Moment. Also sounds and types well. I wouldn't say it's like mind-blowing in terms of like feeling. It's soft. It sounds great. I love the spacebar on it. Alphas sound good with long pull switches too. I think for me, it's the combination of how good this looks combined with the sound and feeling. It's very consistent too. Are you guys seeing that too? Sometimes you have like a higher pitch sound on the right. Very consistent spacebar. Okay, here's what it boils down to with price and stuff. I am in the field of, I think people are allowed to try. I know this is like a very controversial topic. I think it's okay for things to be priced a little higher if someone feels like they've done a good job. And I think in this particular keyboard, I would say like the $465 price range. Yes, I probably would have liked to see this be around like the 400 to 430 price range, but the 465 to me, like it's okay. Like I'm not gonna like lose sleep over it. And if I personally had the money to purchase a board like this, it'd be cool. Like it makes sense because this is something I think that is very, very well designed. It doesn't have any issues other than the longer JST, which obviously is not something you're gonna get with this keyboard. And it's just easy to assemble. Like it works, it feels good. So for me, it makes sense to have this price point. But no, I think this board's great. I think it's, like I said, very, very pretty to look at. Like it's very easy on the eyes. Super, super love these like tapers on the side and that cherry lip, what it turns into. Side profile is gorgeous as well. Really nice curve. Even that corner profile is really nice. The weight's well done. You know, I kind of like not having feet on a weight too, so that's a huge positive to me. That little back etching is really pretty as well. The USB-C connector sits inside a little bit, so you will kind of hide some of your USB on your cable, which is awesome. And then I love that little gap that you have for the seam. That's really, really pretty too. But it was really, really fun conversations today. I love you guys and see you guys tomorrow, everybody. I'm gonna finish watching Thor. The spacebar is really nice.